Well, they've sent me back to school. Defensive drivers. That is where you will find me today in Dundas. I am in an amazing classroom setting. I've got my official MTO driver's handbook, and I've got an amazing instructor. Ken is joining me. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining me.
I have a question.
Yes, Emily.
This is a great school. It's funny, you know, I've been driving on the road for over 20 years now, but it's still such an important thing for people to do, driving school.
Yes. I totally agree. Yeah, driving, people sometimes just trying to wing it, and they'll try and just, you know, Dad, take me out for a drive,
Yeah.
right? But unfortunately, sometimes Dad doesn't know the rules, right? I think it's important that driving schools do continue, and I think everybody should be mandatory to take a driving school, even though right now it's not a mandatory thing.
Yeah, I remember I used to get lower insurance. Is that still the case?
Yeah, generally you'll find insurance companies will give you better insurance rates.
If you do a driving school.
If you do a driving school and complete the program.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
you
right.
have to pass.
And you have to pass, unfortunately, yes. Most people don't know that, unfortunately. They will think that they have to just
Really?
just do the program and they're done, right?
Oh,
But,
no, you actually have to pass.
yeah, I'm one of the old school guys. I'll make you actually do really well. So
Yeah.
that way you're better on the road, right?
Okay,
So-
then you were someone that would have taught me many decades ago.
Yeah.
In the classroom setting, I noticed that, you know, you've got all these desks and chairs set up, but this is kind of a bit of an anomaly. Like, you do most of your stuff online now.
We do, yeah. Most of it's online. Demand for classroom has been less and less over the last, since
Yeah,
COVID anyway.
decreasing.
Since COVID hit, we decided to do a lot of online stuff. People are enjoying that better instead of coming down to the class.
Yeah.
It broadens our range. We don't have to worry about someone coming from East Hamilton or
Well, because how
near
do they get
Brantford.
here if they don't drive?
That's right. So I mean, they will. Yeah, bada bing. Yeah, they will be a lot easier to get here online. So yeah, we do a lot of online. Demand is still here. We'll do the class, but it's generally online now.
How long does the course take?
It takes, well, for this will be 20 hours in class.
Okay.
You'll do some homework. I hate to say homework, but I call it home link, right? So
Yeah.
sounds nicer, right?
Of course.
We'll do that for 10 hours. And in car, there's a 10-hour time frame you have to complete and pass.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
cameraman Luke seems to think that I need to work on my driving. So we're going to go out, we're going to do kind of a walk around, and then we're actually going to take a little bit of a driving lesson. Are you good to take me out?
Awesome. Let's do it.
All right, lots more coming up on Morning Live. Back here at Defensive Drivers Ontario, and Ken is going to essentially treat me like I am a student. And you know what? It's been 20-some years since I've had a driving lesson, Ken, so I'm a little nervous.
I'm sure you're a good driver, Emily. Luke seems to think so, right?
Yes, Luke thinks I'm an excellent driver.
All right, so I'd like to start off with a little look around the car before you jump in. A lot of people jump in. They drive away, and it's really dangerous. You get a lot of people that do hit children in driveways.
Ay.
Since when I started 36 years ago, there was I used to bring a stack of newspapers in. No Google back then. It
Yeah.
was like a newspaper was my Google.
Right. Yep.
Cell phone,
Yep.
pocket of quarters, right?
Yep.
So I'd bring in my newspaper clippings. Every one of them was on children, 2-year-olds, boys usually getting hit in their driveway by parents and killed.
Wow.
Right, so circle check is very important. You have to start.
Yeah.
So let's start in the back. We'll look here. It's always important to go counterclockwise if you can. Counterclockwise will give you a chance to face traffic if you're parked on the right side of the road.
Okay.
In the back, I'm looking for things like, I like to call what I call the 5-letter Fs, 5 Fs.
Okay.
Flats, fluids, sides and front, fluids, fractures. Look for any damage around the car. Look for any filth. And look for any foreign objects. And that could be the children, could be bikes and things like that. So in the back, fractures, looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
And no issues there. So let's
Nope.
check out the tires on this side. Make sure we have air.
We look good. Now, my car's
they're
always
also-
filthy.
They're also straight. Well, I just washed it, Emily. So okay.
Because my car, like, what's filth going to do with it? It's just going to block your vision,
I may
would
have
assume.
just washed that. Sorry. So look at the tires on this side. Look pretty good. So I don't think we have any issues. We're good. All right. So I'm going to jump in for now, and I want you to jump over there on that side. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Then we're going to do some checks on the inside, right?
That's right.
Okay. Before we go anywhere, we have to do these checks. I'm going to leave my door open so Liz can get in here with us.
Okay, Emily, we're all built differently, so you're gonna have to play around with your seat a little bit. So seat position is very important. If you're like this, you're gonna look silly. If you're like this, you're gonna look silly, and it might get blown up by an airbag. So very
Right.
important to be farther back.
Okay.
General rule, wrist on the wheel. Make sure you have a bent knee and a bent arm when you're driving. and I want to make sure your back's against the seat. So these all move. Seat goes up, seat goes down, forward and backwards, so you can use it to the height you want, right? So in this case, my foot's under the brake, I've got a bent knee, I'm resting comfortably here with my wrist on the wheel. I'm in a good spot. Once you do this, mirrors. Try and get as much window as you can, try and see a bit of the car. These have to connect. This connects to here, right? And so on the other side. So once we're all set here, and you know, I'll show you all the things, how it works, and we'll go.
All right. There's so much more coming up on Morning Live, including my driving lesson. Can't wait. Come join us. We're going back inside the studio in just a few moments. Well, we are on the road, and Ken is now going to be teaching me some easy maneuvers when you are in a neighborhood. We decided to come to a less busy section of Dundas to practice these maneuvers, because that's really important when you're first learning how to drive, is to not be intimidated or scared, right, Ken? Because I think that can play a lot into your mental psyche when you're behind the wheel.
I agree. Yeah, I think a lot of people do get nervous. Confidence, once confidence comes, drivers, it's amazing how well they do, just like anything in life, right? So yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you left turn handling. So first of all, we're going to signal left. We're going to be close to the center of the road, and we're coming in a parallel position. Right? We're trying to keep close center but parallel. So when the front of my car reaches the new road, I want to start my turn. When I turn, I'm going to look at the yellow imaginary line, and I'm going to turn hand over hand steering. I'm still a big believer of this. 2 times. I'm looking way up the road at the black fence, and that tells me when to turn back.
Okay, so
back I come.
It's true you always look in the direction that you want to go.
Yeah, if you don't look where you're going, your eyes have to tell your hands and your feet what to do. You don't know where to go if you don't look there. So you have to get the eyes. Students, what I find, are looking in the right spot, success.
Yes.
No success if they're looking elsewhere.
Especially when the road, I know, is icy. I mean, we've been so fortunate that this winter we've had a lack of snow and ice and storms. So driving has been a lot better. But when we do get those kind of instant snowstorms, people's driving skills tend to go out the window. It's like they forget how to winter drive.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, 100%. Yeah, so people do forget, and last snowstorm was a great example. There's many, many crashes. I think there's over 60 crashes in the Hamilton area, I believe. Wow. Okay, so right turn. I'm going to signal right. I'm coming in parallel, about 1 meter from the curb. Okay. I'm going to turn when the curb turns. That curb is important to follow. So I follow it, I got a better chance to get in my lane. I look ahead, I know my target, I turn back with the same technique.
Now, when you do classroom sessions and road sessions, do you have to pass your classroom before you can even start on the road?
Yeah, you have to usually finish the online portion first, and then, because we found that a lot of people weren't doing it, and they would be close to expiring, and so we didn't, we started getting them to finish first, and then they do the online, the in-car second, excuse me.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to try my hand at driving. We're going to pull over, and Ken is going to teach me a couple of tricks, or maybe you'll just see what I'm doing and tell me what I'm doing wrong. That might be a better idea, considering I'm, a bit of a know-it-all when it comes to driving, right, cameraman Luke? There's lots more coming up on Morning Live. Okay, I'm in the driver's seat. Instead of teaching me how to drive, we decided to give me a little refresh and maybe tell me what I'm doing wrong, Ken, because, I've been driving for a long time, and sometimes people that need to take driving lessons are people that have been driving for a long time. I know seniors have to be up to date on their licensing.
That's right. They do, yeah. So, you've got good control. First things first, that's what I noticed. You can go straight. We'll make the next left turn coming up.
Okay. Good control.
Left turn here. I'm used to a lot of G1 drivers, so you're doing great. Right?
Yay. Have I made any mistakes so far?
Well, only 2.
Only 2? What mistakes have I made?
Stopping at the stop position, white line sidewalk road. That was number 1. Number 1 actually was leaving the curb when you didn't signal. So make sure when you leave, always try and communicate, right?
Yes, of course.
Because we know that we're leaving. The guys that come and don't, right?
True.
I've got a few shocks over the years from that. People all of a sudden pulling out. It's like, so it freaks you out, right?
Yep.
So never look far ahead, Emily. That's important. So we're going to go left up here at the stop sign.
Okay. Now I'm really nervous. The confidence is supposed to come naturally, isn't it?
It is. With good skills, confidence comes. Nice stop.
Thanks. Stay here for 5 seconds just to make sure I'm doing it correctly.
No, I don't need 5 seconds. As long as you stop. That's a bit of a myth, right? People need to stop. Complete stop. Some people say 3 seconds. Just stop. Make sure it's a stop. Don't miss your chance to go if you count to 3, right?
True.
So
Do you find that you teach a lot of people that are new to Canada?
I do teach newcomers, so I teach a lot of seniors.
Yeah.
I'll teach from anywhere from, I say, 16 to 96, right? So
Wow.
I've taught anywhere in between that level.
That's incredible.
Let's make a right-hand turn here.
Okay.
Awesome.
I can hear Luke laughing already.
Yeah, I was just about to say signal, but thank you for grabbing that just in time. I'm just going to do a U-turn here and turn
I knew
around.
where I was going. I promise. Oh, hi, puppers. Really?
Oh, he's good. He's probably looking for mom.
I am not your mummy. Oh, what a sweetie. But yeah, stuff like that, you don't think about it. You constantly have to keep your eyes
You're right. Eye
on
position,
either side
right?
of the
And
road,
he came
right?
from the back, right? So let's go left here. These are both
Yeah.
dead-end streets.
You know,
right?
you have to watch for kids on bikes and balls and, you know, basketballs, tennis balls, anything really.
Yeah, it's eye position. Really, the key to driving is eyes. All right, you need space as a driver, and you have to be proactive and anticipate, not reactive. Those are the key points. Eyes, space. Be reactive is not good, so be proactive. Right. So those are your 3 key points. All these parked cars. Remember that dog that ran out?
Yep.
What if he's coming his buddy's down here, right?
Right.
So thumb I would put near the horn and be ready to use it when you need to. Right. My horn's just right there.
I'm not 10 and 2.
That's okay. Let's make a right-hand turn.
Okay, if people want to get a hold of you and learn how to drive, how do they do so?
Well, contact Defensive Drivers. You can contact CanadianDriverEducation.com and make sure you put a link in for Defensive Drivers. You can contact us there. We're also available at 905-628-4333.
Okay, you got to give me a final grade from A to F. Where would I fall?
You're in the B minus, Emily.
Okay, I'll take it. Thanks, Ken.